Hi guys, I'm JoLeigh, and this is Tea with JoLeigh. I am trying to still figure out like Apple Podcast, and I got an email saying that it's gonna work and that I can share the link and all the things, but then when I go or like my friends try to find it on the app, can't find it. And then when I go to the website, there's something else wrong. So until I get that figured out, you're gonna see my face on YouTube. And one of my friends told me that she likes watching podcasts to like see the emotion of people versus just listening to it. So we'll see. We'll do both and whatever, but until I can get all that figured out, we'll be here. So anyway, my name's JoLeigh. Again, this is Tea with JoLeigh. And I literally am just gonna, I don't even know why I said literally, but I am just gonna talk just about different things in life on my podcast and then on here as well. So backstory is I'm from the Midwest. I am a single mom and I have a 3-year-old daughter, and I'm finally at a point in my life that I'm in the healing process, and I'm learning to love myself again, learning to be a mom who does everything on her own, and then can go back to just figuring out who I am and what I want in life when she's at her dad's. So that's just like a little summary of my journey or where I'm at now on my podcast. And on here, I also want to talk about like everything life related, honestly. So even though if you're not a single mom and you're just a mom and you're married or whatever, it's still mom life. If you're not a mom at all, it's still single life that I'll be talking about. So I just feel like there's a lot of people out there that will hear my story and might have gone through something similar as me, that can even give me advice, or hearing my story like, oh my gosh, like this is exactly my thoughts, or whatever. But not only do I want to talk about that stuff, but I also want to talk about like fun things. I want to talk about things that make like me happy as a person, but also like a lot of the hard stuff too. So literally everything in between, the good, the bad, all of it. I also want to have some people that I know that have gone through, different cycles of life, whether it's divorce. I've never been married, so I can't speak on that. I want to talk to people that, have gone through really hard times with things, infertility, just a lot of things that I feel like are not talked about. Mental health, I feel like since the pandemic, I feel like more people on TikTok or other platforms, they're talking about mental health, where it's before that I feel like it's like a shame to even admit. I felt very ashamed after I had my daughter and having postpartum depression. I didn't even admit it to myself for like 3 months, and then as I went back to work, it like hit me a little bit harder, and then my doctor, kind of helped me navigate through that. I didn't even want to tell like my daughter's dad at the time. Like I was having really hard like separation anxiety and everything with leaving my baby. Looking back at it now, there's different reasons why, but I will get into that later on. So just a bunch of things that are like people are talking about now and more open about. I downloaded TikTok in 2020 just like as a joke and just like pass the time. And now I love it because I can find a lot of things that I have in common with other women, um, being a mom, or even like people that are not even moms that are just going through another single stage in life, and trying to figure out who I am and to love myself again, because that's so important. Because you can't just jump into another relationship and think that that other relationship is going to be happy. Let me rephrase that. You can, but there's a word for that. And I want to talk about that as well. Um, but, you know, you can't just, you're going to bring all that toxic energy and everything else to a person that might have healed from whatever trauma you've been put in. Um, so if there was like, I feel like cheating is like huge. And that's a perfect example, is if you have cheated, or not you, but the other person that you're in a relationship with has cheated on you, and they were on their phone all the time, or something else, and then you go to date somebody else and you're like, oh, well, who are you talking to? You've been on like 5 dates, girl, calm down. That kind of thing. You're already bringing like that negative energy into your new relationship, where it just shouldn't be like that. Now, some people do that, but you're going to have issues later on in the relationship, and I don't want to do that. So that's something else that I want to talk about. I don't even know. I'm just ranting right now, but my daughter's asleep, so I thought this was like the perfect time, because I know a lot of people have been like messaging me, asking me when my podcast is going to be up. But anyway, yeah, I'm 31, I think. 31, in my 30s, whatever, it doesn't even matter. Single mom, I live on my own, I work full time. Yeah, and my daughter just started going to her dad's every other weekend in November or December, so it's still kind of new to me. I feel like we're finally on a good path of co-parenting, which I will talk about all that later. And I'm not starting this podcast stuff or like this YouTube channel or anything to diss my child's dad, because that's just not me. I give credit where credit's due, and I spit facts, and that's it. I'm not perfect by any means, and yeah, the most important thing is our daughter is taken care of, and she's healthy, and that's that. But my story is how I felt, and am feeling along in this journey, new chapter of my book, and then the old and all of that. So I just want to make that very clear, is this is not made to be like dissing, you know. But yeah, so that's why I'm starting this, and this is just like a little intro.